Honeybees! Today I'm going to be doing a step-by-step walkthrough tutorial with all drugstore products. And a lot of them are from the brand Nuance from Salma Hayek. I go over pretty much everything I received from the company and what my honest review is on each one of them. And there are some really good products and some kind of duds that I wasn't too thrilled with. So, and of course it's my opinion, so if you like these products, that's totally okay. But I'm just going to share with you what works for me and what I didn't really feel worked for me too well. And I did more of a natural kind of smoky eye look. The only thing not natural about this is the lashes. These are from Sephora, which I still consider kind of drugstore. They're not too expensive. The lip is even drugstore. So let's go ahead and get right into the tutorial. Okay guys, let's get started. I am in my PJs and a headband. This is real life right now. So I did go ahead and already apply my number 7 Airbrush Away foundation in the shade Cool Vanilla. If you want to see how this applies, you can go to my last tutorial, which I will link down below, where I showed me applying this. Really, really love this foundation. It has been in my favorites, I believe, as well. Okay, so now we are going to try out one of the new Nuance products. This, I don't actually know if this is new. Nuance from Salma Hayek sent me a bunch of their products and it's new to me and I wanted to share it with you guys and review each one. First of all, I love the Nuance packaging and all of it has this really beautiful design. You can tell on this a little bit more. It's like metallic floral pattern. It's super pretty. And then the rest is like a sleek matte black. So this is the Naturally Luminous Concealer in the shade Light Medium. I probably could stand to go one shade lighter because I have used this once. As you can see, it is dirty. It has like a little sponge tip applicator. You pump the little button on the bottom and hopefully the concealer comes out. Okay, took me like 50 million pumps, but I did end up getting some product. I'm going to just apply that. Okay, I'm going to just use a beauty blender to blend it out. It doesn't seem like it's a lot of coverage, just more of a natural glow under the eyes. So I probably will go ahead and grab my other concealer. Actually, this might be okay if you're doing more of a natural makeup look, but I do think I need a little more coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my NARS concealer since I don't think that's enough, but it does give a really nice luminosity. Okay, I'm now going to go ahead and use the Milani Prep Set and Go Transparent Face Powder to set my under eye. I am going to use just a dry beauty blender for this. And I do really like this transparent powder from Milani. It's very mattifying and it does set really well. Just don't use too much. I am setting my eyes too because I did put concealer on top of them. I'm just gonna go. Also just gonna set the areas that I get a little more glowy. Okay, now I'm gonna use another Nuance product. This is the Contour and Illuminate Duo Bronzer and Highlight. It is a cream product, however. Really beautiful packaging. I love how sleek these are. Really nice for drugstore in my opinion, the packaging. So I'm a little scared of this, to be honest, because that's a dark bronzer. The highlight looks pretty, but I'm going to go very, very lightly into just like the contour area with this. And then I am going to use the powder bronzer to blend it out after. So I am using a stippling brush. This is from Bellum Tools 953. I'm just going to lightly tap in here. And no, it's pretty sheer. It's not super crazy pigmented, but you know I'm super fair. So if you're not super fair, you could probably go a little more intense. I'm just going to blend that a little bit into my contour area. Not so fond of this so far. It's a little splotchy as I blend it, but I have to clean it up a little bit. Don't know how I feel about that. What do you guys think? I'm just gonna use a clean MAC 286 brush for the highlight. That's pretty. That's giving a really pretty natural glow. I really like the cream highlight. This has redeemed itself a little bit. Yeah, that's applying nicely. What do you guys think? It's pretty. I definitely will still go over with a powder highlight as well though. Okay, so not really loving the bronzer in this, really do like the cream highlight. Let's go ahead with this product now, also from Nuance. This is their Illuminating Blush and Bronzer Duo in Golden Pink. So I'm going to go ahead and use the bronzer to finish off my contour and then the blush. And I'm going to use my Sephora number 55 airbrush for the bronzer. Before I apply my blush, I'm going to use my Hard Candy, which is a drugstore highlight. You can find it at Walmart in the shade Tiki. Just going to go right on top of the cheekbones where I placed that cream highlight, just for a little more dimension. And this highlight isn't crazy like metallic or anything, it's more natural. So I felt like it would go pretty well there. It's very pink. Very pink. Pretty though. Feel like that stinking cream bronzer made everything seem patchy though. Alright, now I have two palettes from Nuance, eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to try out for you guys. I'm probably going to do a few shadows from each just so we can try out both palettes. But I'm going to predominantly be using this one because I do want to go for a more neutral eye because I am going to be trying out two kind of more bolder shades of lipstick for you. So this first one is called Neutral Expressions, and it has some really beautiful nude tones as well as some golden kind of tones. Like these two have a little bit more like a sparkly gold to them. And then the other palette is called Sunset Visions, and these, by the way, the Nuance products are all paraben free, no fragrance, and they're not tested on animals, which I think is really awesome. So let me show you. They do come with a little like brush. I'm not going to use that. It's not a brush, it's a, you know, sponge tip applicator. So these have more plummy tones to them, like a pinky or purple. I am going to end up using these more neutral shades here in this palette, and maybe I'll take the purple underneath my eye. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, there's no names to these, by the way, on the back. The shadows, they have no names. So I'm just going to take a combination of these two right here and work that into my crease for a base today. So far so good. They feel nice and soft, the shadows. They are not super powdery where they're going everywhere when I dip my brush in. They're a little bit more stiff, which is good in my opinion. For drugstore shadows, they usually go everywhere or they have no pigmentation. So I am seeing pigment even from a very light, these two light shadows. So that impresses me so far. Switch over to this palette. What is it called again? Neutral Expressions. And they did give me a cream shadow stick in the shade, what's it? The shade Shimmered Bark. So I am going to go ahead, I should have done this first before my crease, but oh well. I'm just going to put that right against my lash line and kind of work it up a little to give a little bit of a smokiness. These are very creamy and very pigmented. This is one of the only things I have tried already from the palette, or from the line, I should say. Okay, so very minimal, as you can see just on my lash line. I'm just going to blend that up a little. The one thing I'm not too fond of about this palette is that there's really not a good brown, like matte brown transition. There's a very dark brown, which I do plan to darken up the outer V with, but these three here are all shimmer. So I guess I'm going to use this one for my crease. I don't usually like to use glittery shadows in my crease. This one also doesn't have like a nice light matte brown. So we're gonna try something new today, and I'm gonna go in with this shade here in my crease. This is a little more powdery. Still not dark enough. I might need to go grab another shadow. We'll see. I'll try this. I'm going kind of all over the lid now with it too, to kind of merge the shades together. I kind of do like that, actually. And I think I won't go add too much more color to this eye look, because I like how it kind of gradients up. Hope you guys can see that. Yeah, not bad. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this matte, more of a yellowy highlight, and do that on my brow bone. Ooh, nice shade. I do like that. Overall, these shadows are really nice. I just need a matte brown and I'd be happy. Like a light brown. Okay, I am going to go ahead. They are a little, these more like glittery or satin shades are a little more powdery than the mattes, which is so funny to me because usually it's the other way around. I am going to go ahead and take this matte darker brown and just do it very, very, very lightly in the outer corner, just to give a little more dimension to the look right up in here. And you can see I barely put any. It's just to darken that up a teeny bit. Like I just bounced it very little and just swirling it into the outer V, but barely. Ooh. I don't mind this look at all. I think that cream shadow really assisted in the dimension to this look though. Otherwise it might have blended a little bit all together. So I am going to go ahead and take one of these purpley shades. I think I will take this one here. And I'm just going to brush that really lightly underneath my eye. Okay, you probably can't even tell that there's a purple under there. It's kind of like a purpley black as it comes off, like a smoky purple. So you may not see that as much under my eye. And I noticed that there's not really a shimmery highlight shade in these palettes either. Yeah, not in this one either. The two like highlight shades are both matte, which is nice for the brow bone. So what I'm going to go ahead and take again is my Hard Candy highlight, and I will just apply that in my inner corner. Okay, now I'm going to take the Nuance Long Lasting Precision Eye Marker, and this is in the black shade. Okay, I do really like the felt tip marker. Usually I'm not a big fan of felt tip. I like brush tip better, but this has a nice pigmentation, glides really easily. You can go over the top again without it flaking or anything. So this was good. Now I'm going to be putting their angled brow pencil to the test. This is in the medium dark. And when I swatch this, it's very waxy. So we shall see how it does. It's a little more of like you have to push on it a little more. Like the color though, the color looks good. It's not super crazy pigmented, so I think it gives more of like a natural brow look. There is a spoolie on the other end, so I'm going to go ahead and comb through now. Yeah, that's a very natural brow for me. Usually I would have a lot more pigment, but I think it looks good. I'm going to try the other side now. This side is the true test because the middle part of my brow here, as you can see if you compare to this side, I don't have as many brow hairs in the middle due to overplucking and my hypothyroidism. So I finished up my brows. I did use my Cella brow pencil a little bit in the tails just to give a little more definition, but for the most part I just used the Nuance brow pencil. I think, like I said before, it's really great for a natural brow. The coloring looks pretty good on me. It's a little bit red, but overall pretty good, and so that's the finished brow for now. Am I thrilled with how my brows look? Probably not, but I'm just going to leave them alone. So now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and then use this CoverGirl Plumpifying Blast Pro Mascara. I've been using this for a little bit. I think it's decent. So I'm going to go ahead and curl. This is the moment of truth to see if my liner will budge at all, because sometimes I do have to go back over. Nope, looks like it's staying good. I'm using the CoverGirl mascara. It has a huge brush, plastic bristle. Okay, first lip choice is this one here from Nuance in Plumpifying Liquid Lipstick in Toasted Honey. I'm going to try that out first, and then I'm going to show you a more bold lipstick choice. So this has like a little flat applicator, and it has a little bit of a minty scent to it. It's very hydrating. It's a pretty shade. It's a little bit sheer going on. See, like when you blend it out a little, it becomes a little more sheer. But it looks like you can easily build on it. Yeah, it's super comfortable on the lips. It feels more like a gloss though, but not sticky. Yeah, very comfortable. Pretty color too. So there's the first look. I'm going to go ahead and blot that off and show you the more bold color. This is the Moisture Rich Lipstick in Blooming Red. Ooh. This is like a Snow White color. That's a little more pink then. Wow, that is a pretty shade. I really love this lipstick. I'm very comfortable again going on. Very creamy, glides really easily. Hey guys, so this is the completed look. Like I said, it is more of like a soft, natural, smoky look, natural look with a bold lip. I really love this color. So my favorite products that I've tried today, definitely this lip color, the shadow stick from Nuance. I did really like the liquid liner. It stayed really well and is nice and dark, so I do like that as well. I think those are my favorite three of everything. The bronzer blush duo, that was pretty, but it's not something I would say you need to run out and get. The shadows applied very well, but there were like one or two things I didn't completely love about them, but I think they're great for drugstore. So if you're looking for an affordable shadow palette, I think those are really nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.